beyond eBay, there's bartering, and I don't know anything about it. That's why I'm really interested in what Tata has to say. So our next presenter, Tata Tickaradze, is going to talk about that. So welcome, Tata.
Hi, thank you guys so much for having me. Super excited to be here. So my name's Tata Tickaradze. I'm based in Los Angeles. I'm the founder and creator of Barter and Be, which is an online community of female creatives exchanging essential goods and services without spending capital. And what that really means is we have a directory of over 600 members on a custom web application that was quite a journey to build, but so happy that we have that for our members, which include, anything from photographers, web developers, graphic designers, attorneys, um, accountants, and these amazing female entrepreneurs and creatives. They essentially find each other and exchange their goods and services. And so it doesn't stop there, though. And that's part of what makes this platform so amazing. Once you have one happy barter, it leads to either another or a paid opportunity. And we've added some really fun features on the platform. It's still in beta, but we've added some exciting features on the platform where you can actually toggle on and off paid opportunities, or you could, only do trade opportunities, or let's say you're on maternity and you're not open to any opportunities. We really want to shift the stigma around bartering and trading. It's how I built my other business, To the Moon Social, which is a digital social media agency. We're very much boutique. I have about 4 employees, so very much young in comparison to where Chris and his agency is at. So inspiring to hear from him. And so, yeah, that's a little bit about Barter and Be and To the Moon.
So it sounds like, do you have everything that people can barter? Do you have consumer products and services and everything?
So it's mainly services. It's a lot in the creative industry. Although we do have people that barter their actual rentals, whether it's for photo shoots, or are they trading photography, equipment. And so it's not your traditional bartering where, I'll give you a cooking class if you give me a guitar lesson. It can be that, but it's more around getting you the things you need for your business to succeed. So what do you need? You need a brand identity suite, you need a website, you need social media. So really getting you all those things that cost a lot of money these days, getting you those things so you're not having to spend your hard-earned money, especially when you're in that startup phase of making that jump from corporate to entrepreneurship, or corporate to turning that side hustle or side gig into your actual passion business. And so we really wanted to support these creatives and individuals that might not ask that question. Hey, instead of paying you $1,500 for this brand identity, how about I give you social media services at a $1,500 rate and trade at a dollar value that way? So really, it's endless what you can come up with and what you can pitch to different members. We have an amazing chat system. It's honestly very similar to LinkedIn, except for it's, all application. So we vet everyone that's on the platform, and you can communicate on there. You can take it offline, but it's the safe space for these individuals to really trade and, build their business of their dreams.
So you mean I could barter our studio space for somebody to do some social media for me or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, pretty cool.
Well, you ought to sign up for that.
I
So,
should. Yeah, really.
yeah.
So I'm just worried about the taxes. Is there a tax liability there?
Yeah, so we made sure to cover ourselves in that regard. So our attorney had put in a clause in our terms and conditions, essentially to make it very clear that our members are responsible to submit their tax information themselves, that we as a company do not provide that service for them. Although that conversation as an entrepreneur, I learned so much. And I was like, oh, there could be an opportunity here where we do offer that as a service. And that just brings more value to the platform. So something that we're considering definitely in the future to take that, off the members' hands and reassure them that we have them covered. But as of right now, that's up to them to submit that information.
So how do you plan to market the website? Is it growing mostly by word of mouth, or are you doing a lot of advertising too?
Great question. So as of right now, everything on Barter and Bee has been a word of mouth. So this is my second business venture. This is pretty much my baby. I'm obsessed with Barter and Bee, live and breathe. And currently right now, we are not marketing at all. It's all word of mouth. We're building a custom referral system to launch in 2021. We'll be doing marketing in 2021. We have almost 13,000 followers on Instagram with Barter and Bee. So we definitely leverage social media. We reach out to a lot of the members we think would be great on the platform, but we've also gotten really resourceful on word of mouth marketing or being featured on podcasts or connecting with companies like Create and Cultivate, because our customer really is their customer too. And there's so much that we can do together. So I've just gotten very creative on how we can find new members and really, we don't technically turn people away, but if you're not quite ready, we do kind of coach you through on what you can do to get ready to apply to be part of the community. So we have huge goals for 2021. Obviously one of those big goals is marketing.
Did you trade with your brothers and sisters and friends a lot when you were a kid? Is that how this came out, or?
Honestly, not so much. I mean, I have been working since I was 14 in, corporate my whole life. I'm a first generation immigrant. I was born in PDC, Georgia. I was like selling flowers apparently at 6 years old on the side of our street in Georgia, and always just hustling and trying to make money. So actually, I wasn't really trading. It wasn't until I moved to California 6 years ago. I ended up quitting a job in Costa Mesa, moving to Santa Monica in with a couple of friends. And I like to call it the LA starter kit is essentially what I picked up, which was I got into commercial, classes to do commercial acting. I was waiting tables. I'd left corporate. I was exploring different options out here because all of our friends at the time were in production. And so during that time, I had this aha moment because I felt very defeated. How do you start a business when you don't have any money? And so during that process, I had this aha moment of, I wonder if I could build a business completely just by using my skill set and services, which was marketing at the time. So I decided I'm going to test this out and see what I can do. And that's essentially what I did. I proved that I could essentially build a business without spending any money at all. So I started leveraging my network and saying, hey, I need, brand identity for my digital agency I'm going to launch. I need a website. Can I do your social media for the next 3 months? In return, maybe you could do this for me, right? And the amount of yeses I was getting, I was like, oh, this could really be helpful and useful for other people, not just myself.
It's been a part of my business for quite a while. We bought a building recently, not too far outside of New York City, and a friend of mine who does alarm systems and computer networking and some other things that are tech oriented. He came to me and he said, Chris, I really need a website. I said, well, look, I just bought this building. Don't pay me for the website. We'll just work out a barter. And we did, and it worked out remarkably well. So I've had good experience with it. I guess my question is, what happens when it doesn't work out well?
This obviously, naturally is going to happen. We try our very best to coach and mentor through that process. So we ask our members to reach out to us immediately if and when they feel that the trade was not fair and it was not a happy barter. In that case, we just kind of facilitate the best that we can to give them as much advice. We even try to help them find any legal help that they may need in their state. It's never gotten, honestly, that bad. So we've had maybe like 4 unhappy barters submitted in the last 2 years, unless these individuals are doing it offline and they're kind of, handling it on their own. We've only had really 4 people come to us, and it'll be simply things like, and they're learning lessons. It'll be things like, oh, well, I trade my graphic design services for influencer shout outs, right? And the individual, let's say, didn't like the version 1 or version 2 and was requesting to make version 3. Well, that member didn't identify very clearly that with my trade, you only get 1 version or you only get 2 revisions, right? And so I think that the more clear and transparent you are with what you can offer, the less you can avoid those types of things. We also have downloadable contracts that members can use to hold one another accountable. So we try to give you as many resources and tools so you have a happy, successful trade. However, we're going to run up against that. It's only natural, I feel.
This has been Tara Tickaradze with Barter and B.com. So if you are starting a business and need help and have help to give, it's a perfect place for you to go.
Yeah, my dentist has been bartering with his lawn service for the last 15 years. And I guess it's worked out pretty well for both of them. I just wonder if the lawn service guy's family has a lot of tooth problems versus a lot of weeds in the dentist office lawn. So anyway,
you're listening to Passage to Profit, the Inventor Show on WOR 710, the Voice of New York. We'll be right back.